Ramos with a record of 1-4 on the season. 35 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 38 hits. He has struck out 20. Opponents are hitting .292 against him. Here's the lineup he'll face for Ball State. Adam Tellier at shortstop bats first. Noah Navarro at second base bats second. Ross Messina at right field bats third. Bounce back from yesterday's drubbing at the hands of the Cardinals as John Baker and the Cards handcuffed the Falcons by a count of 12-0 in the series opener, first of four. So here we go, Ramos and Tellier to get it going. And strike called as we begin this one at 12:04. Had a little bit of a graduation ceremony for 6 Falcons before the game. We'll tell you about that as we continue today. The Bowling Green left-hander works ahead and puts a fastball past Tellier for strike two. Tellier yesterday, one of the few Cardinals who didn't get in on the 13-hit attack. He was 0 for 5. Ramos with the 0-2. And it's hit the other way hard, might drop in. Nope, it hangs up. It's caught by Gayton for out number one. Pretty good pitch to hit on an 0-2 pitch, and Ramos a little bit fortunate to get the out there. So that'll bring up Noah Navarro. Navarro in the top 10 in a few batting categories in the Mid-American Conference, including 8th in batting average, 10th in runs, 6th in doubles, 10th in slugging percentage. You get the idea. He's pretty good. He's up against Ramos with one out. Fouls it back to the screen. In yesterday's game, Navarro 1 for 3 officially with 3 runs scored. And that 12-0 victory. There's a breaking ball worked around the plate. No good. Ball 1. Ramos, by the way, works in the upper 80s with his fastball. You'll see a 12-6 curveball from him. Throws a split finger changeup plus a slider. So he's got quite a repertoire. There's that curveball, strike two. If he can throw strikes with that, it could be a very good day for the former Archbold Blue Streak. He got the first out. He's ahead on Navarro here, 1-2. That's foul back and up and out of here. Again, this is a doubleheader today. Both games scheduled for 7 innings. Games 2 and 3 have a 4-game weekend set. Here's the 1-2. Tried the corner and missed with the fastball. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Noah Navarro, the Ball State second baseman. That one bounced in there. Full count. Navarro hails from Avon, Indiana. As you would expect, a ton of Hoosiers on the Ball State roster. So they run the string out here. Ramos, the payoff pitch. Holding off and taking ball 4 is Navarro. So Navarro picking up where he left off yesterday. That is setting the table. He scored 3 runs yesterday. Here's Ross Messina. Messina entering the series hitting .302. Yesterday, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Messina tied for 9th in the league in hits with 40. Right-hand batter, left-hand pitcher Ramos. That's popped foul right side, drifting and up among the customers. Falcons this first game today without Adam Furness. Might play in the second game. We'll see. I guess he banged into the fence yesterday trying to get to a foul ball, and Tyler Haas gets the start at first base in game one for the orange and brown. 0-1 to Messina. There's a breaking pitch. It stayed up. Navarro's on first after a one-out walk. Ramos, one of the many Northwest Ohio products on this Falcon roster. 1 ball, 1 strike from the set. Long look. Now he throws over there. That's the advantage, of course, the left-hander has. He can just stand there like that and toss that over. Navarro able to dive back in safely. Now he's got to fix some of his accoutrement here. Hope that's not the bat belt right there. He's got all kinds of. I've never seen a guy switch belts in the middle of a play on the field. They just keep one handy just in case, right? So after a unusual equipment malfunction, we're ready for action again. Ball State rolled in ready for action yesterday. Came out with a 12-0 win. Falcons looking to acquit themselves much better today. Here's the 1-1. This is drilled. It's to center. On his horse, Kraus. Back to the warning track, to the wall, and he makes the catch. Oh, Kraus with a great catch up against the wall near the 400 mark. Messina put a charge in it, but Jack Kraus was up to the challenge, and there are 2 out. Well, as they say, put a star by that one. So Powell's a 2-out batter, lefty-lefty matchup now. Powell had a 1-for-4 afternoon yesterday. Scored a run, drove in a run. There as they move to first. Powell out of Commerce Township, Michigan, southeastern Michigan. 5'11" junior. Top of the first here, we're scoreless. Ramos trying to work around the 1-out walk. There's a pitch fouled back to the screen. Powell hitting in the leadoff or in the cleanup spot. One of 3 Cardinals that's been hit by at least 7 pitches this year. He's been hit 9 times. They have the league number 2 man in that category, Sebbi, who's been hit 11 times. There's that curveball, strike 2. And again, that's a big key for Ramos, a big breaking curveball. No balls, 2 strikes. A couple of hard hit balls with a walk in between. Great catch up against the center field wall by Kraus has been a big help in this inning. Now Ramos working from the stretch. 0-2. Missed up. Falcons managed only 2 hits yesterday off John Baker of Ball State, who improved to 5-2 with the shutout. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He laid off that slow one. It just missed the corner. Ball State second in the MAC and on base percentage at .379, and they're got a lot of good hitters like that. You lay off that pitch, get a better one, hopefully on 2-2. There's a quick flip to first. Pretty close play. Navarro living a little dangerously there, not diving in. Maybe he doesn't have another belt. So you have to go in head first or feet first the rest of the game. There's another quick flip. That one a little higher. They might have had him that time. Ramos trying to keep him close with 2 outs. Navarro does have 8 stolen bases, among the league leaders in that category. In fact, tied for first coming in. 2-2 pitch. That hit him. Now Powell stands a little bit close to the plate, and that looked like it just sort of rode in on him, and I'm not sure he was all that actively trying to get out of the way, although you certainly don't want to get hit on the elbow. That's not a place you want to take one. The result is first and second with 2 outs for Ryan Peltier. So Ramos trying to pitch around trouble mainly of his own doing, a walk and a hit batter. There's Peltier now. Fastball missed. Kyle Gurney tried to hold it there for Jacob Botek, but didn't change his mind, so it's ball 1. Peltier 1 for 3 yesterday, drove in a run, scored a run. Top of the first here, Ball State threatening with 2 outs. There's the pick play to second, pretty close, but diving back is Navarro. One 1-0 pitch coming from Rigo Ramos. Upstairs again, 2-0. Ramos last time out at Western Michigan. I roughed up a bit, 7 hits, 5 runs, and 3 2/3. Having a rough first inning here. Here's a pop-up behind the plate. Will it stay in play? Gurney trying to find it. Tosses the mask. Can he get it? Yes! Oh, nice job battling the ever-present breeze here in Bowling Green. Kyle Gurney, the second fine defensive play in the top of the first. That helps Rigo Ramos wriggle off the hook. BG coming to bat, no score here at the Stell. Here we go to the bottom of the first inning. Bowling Green coming up against Ball State's Chase McDermott. BG lineup, Dylan DeHanas at second base, Nathan Rose at third, Kyle Gurney catching. Tyler Haas cleans up at first base, Jack Krause in center field. Anthony Toma, the DH, batting seventh is Jared Johnson in left field. Andy Gayton in right field bats eighth. Ryan Johnston, the shortstop, bats ninth. Chase McDermott has a lot of guys with radar guns and clipboards sitting right behind home plate. So that'll tell you he's pretty good. 6-1 with a .287 earned run average and a strike called to Dylan DeHanas. McDermott in 53 and a third innings has allowed only 39 hits. He struck out 81. 0-1 pitch. Fouled away the other way by the just proclaimed graduate of Bowling Green, Dylan DeHanas. One of 6 Falcons honored today before the game. He's done an 0-2 hole to lead it off and leans away from a fastball. DeHaas, a sports management major. Modest 5-game hitting streak. Yesterday had one of Bowling Green's 2 knocks, 1-2 pitch. He's out shopping. DeHaas, I think, thought it was below the kneecap, and Jacob Botek didn't agree. So an inauspicious beginning for the Falcons with the strikeout looking by DeHaas. That'll bring up Nathan Rose. Rose 0 for 2 yesterday. Started that game at third base as well. Holds up on a high fastball. They appeal, and no swing, says John Sapphire. Rose hitting .304 on the season. Swings through a fastball, and you can see why the scouts like McDermott. He's got some life on that fastball. A ball strike to the BG third baseman, who hails from Shaker Heights, Ohio. Cleveland area product, 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stayed upstairs, 2-1. Rough start to the season for Rose. He was 3 for his first 16, but since then he's hit .333. 2-1 pitch pours right through there for strike 2. That's a pitcher's pitch there, 2-1. Inside inner half, right about the knees. So here's the 2-2. Fouled away. McDermott already working quickly, looking comfortable. That'll be something Falcons maybe can try to disrupt as the game goes on. One out already via strikeout, 2-2 to Rose, and make it 2 outs via strikeout as he's out fishing for that breaking ball. 2 up, 2 down to the Falcon first. Here's Kyle Gurney. By the way, the Cardinal defense, Trent Quartermain at first, Noah Navarro at second, Adam Tellier at short, Ryan Peltier at third. Outfield left to right, Nicholas Powell, Aaron Simpson, Ross Messina. The catcher is Chase Sebbi, and right-hander Chase McDermott on the mound, and he gets a strike to Kyle Gurney. Gurney from Belleville, Michigan. Had 8 hits last weekend in the Western Series. Takes a sweeping breaking ball off the plate. Yesterday was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Snapped a modest 5-game hitting streak there. 1-1 pitch, way outside and past the catcher. Gurney hitting .279. Team high 4 long balls on the season, 23 driven in. That number also leads the team. 2-1. That one looked like it outside and high. So Gurney, ball away from earning a walk, would be Bowling Green's first base runner of this Saturday afternoon. Game 1 of a twin bill. There's a fastball and a swing and a miss. McDermott just challenging Gurney there. Payoff pitch from McDermott to Gurney. Gurney will hang around for another. Gurney in that Western Series was 8 for 17 with a couple of doubles and 6 driven in. Another 3-2 pitch. This one's rolled toward third, backhanded behind the bag, juggled, long throw by Peltier, and it is not in time. That little juggle cost Ryan Peltier. He would have thrown Gurney out, I believe. I would imagine we'll give him a base hit. Yeah. Peltier showed pretty good range to get to that ball way behind third base. And Gurney, like most catchers, not the fleetest man on the team, but hustled out a single. So here's Tyler Haas cleaning up today. Falcons, their first hit. Haas takes a ball inside. Tyler played at nearby Eastwood High School. Here's the 1-0. Fouled away. Yesterday, Haas batted once, walked. Batting in the cleanup spot today. 1-1 pitch. Takes it right through there for strike 2. Haas does have a homer and 9 RBI in the season. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down. Game 1, no Adam Furness in the lineup for BG. It snaps his streak of having played in all 31 games to this point this season, although I suppose he could pinch hit or something later. Might see him in Game 2. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So McDermott strikes out the side with an infield hit in between with 2 outs, but the Falcons cannot score. We go to the second inning. We are scoreless here in Bowling Green. Here comes Ball State for round number 2 here in Bowling Green this afternoon. We are scoreless. My name's Todd Walker. Good to have you along on this Saturday afternoon. Falcons trying to bounce back from yesterday's 12-0 drubbing at the hands of the MAC-leading Cardinals. Curveball strike from Rigo Ramos to Trenton Quartermain. A lefty-lefty battle here. Cards got to walk in, a hit batter in the first, but some fine defense by Bowling Green prevented any runs. There's a breaking ball high. Quartermain yesterday was the man. Couple of home runs, 5 driven in. Also added another base hit, scored twice. There's a ball down. So the Falcons might be a little leery of Mr. Quartermain here today, the Richland, Michigan product. Came to Ball State via Kalamazoo Valley Junior College. 2-1 pitch. Fisted in the hole left side. It's going to be a hit. Johnston got to it, but and nobody going to throw that out from there as slowly as that was hit, as far as they were pulled over on the infield. So Quartermain with the infield hit. So yesterday, 2 bombs. Today, a little infield squibber for a hit. That's baseball for you. There's Aaron Simpson, 5'11" senior from Orange, California. Had a hit and a run scored yesterday. Fastball away. Falcons have struggled in the innings 2 through 4, especially this year. They've been outscored by 12 runs in the second inning, by 23 runs in the third, and by 11 in the fourth. Ramos will check to first. Quartermain hasn't stolen a base, nor has he tried. this season. A leadoff infield single for Ball State here in a scoreless second inning. There's one hit hard in the hole to left, base hit. That's your more conventional knock through the whole left side from the right hand hitting Simpson. So Ball State, after wrapping 13 hits yesterday, opened the second with back-to-back hits here, and Chase Sebbi will step in, the catcher. Sebbi hitting just a .165 entering the series. Yesterday, though, bumped that up with a 2-for-3 performance. Scored a run and drove in a run. Sebbi from Huntington Beach, California. Cypress College, same as Aaron Simpson. So a little bit of a pipeline there for Coach Rich Maloney. There's a bunt popped up. Can they get to it? Dive! Oh, and just couldn't come up with it. Kyle Gurney, the catcher. That was off the first base side, and Gurney with a lunge there at the end, unable to finally ultimately pull it in. So let's see if they keep the bunt on here. Falcons have first baseman Tyler Haas in close. Third baseman Rose also is drawn in inside the bag. More normal double play depth up the middle. First two have reached here in the Ball State second inning. We're scoreless. Ramos checking second, and again, now pitching. Here's the bunt. Third base side, a good one. Third baseman calls off the pitcher, threw it too high, E5. Nathan Rose made the right call to call off his pitcher, but then he threw it high to Tyler Haas, and that will load the bases. So the sacrifice plus the error gets Sebbi on base. The other two advanced regardless, but he reaches on the throwing error. And that loads him up for Cade Fitzpatrick, the designated hitter. A freshman from Indianapolis steps in. Yesterday came in as a sub as the DH, went 0 for 1. Bases are juiced, nobody out. Ball State batting here in the second. There's one ripped foul past third between the bag and the coach's box. No score here in the second, but Ball State certainly have to like their odds to do something about that. They've loaded the bases with nobody out. Here's the 0-1. Ball one. Cade Fitzpatrick making just his 5th start of the year. He has only 3 hits and 19 at-bats on the season. Batting in the 9 spot. Love to see a double play grounder here if you're Bowling Green. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Looked like he had him a little out in front of that one. One ball, 2 strikes to Cade Fitzpatrick. Rigo Ramos looking for a ground ball double play, or we'll take the strikeout as well. 1-2 pitch. He gets the strikeout on a high fastball. Fitzpatrick slams his bat in frustration. He helped out the Bowling Green left-hander there. First strikeout for Ramos. Now if he could coax a double play out of Adam Tellier, it would end the inning. Tellier's only grounded into a double play once this season. He lined out on a pretty hard hit ball to right fielder Andy Gayton. His first time up. Bases loaded, no out. We're scoreless in the second. Breaking ball stays up. Tellier from Ada, Michigan. 6'3" freshman. 1 ball and nothing. Ramos kicks and fires. That fastball's up. Ramos able to work out of the windup with the bases loaded. Ramos stands on the hill. Looks into Gurney. Winds and fires the 2-0. Fouled back by Tellier. Ramos out of Archbold High School here in Northwest Ohio. Probably had his best outing of the year at Central Michigan a couple weeks ago. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, especially considering the competition level. They, along with Ball State, each 17-4 in the MAC. Here's the 2-1. Downstairs, 3-1. So Ramos, a ball away from forcing in the game's first run. This is the opener of a doubleheader, scheduled 7-inning games. Tellier awaiting the 3-1 pitch from Ramos. Here it is. Missed inside, and everybody takes a pause to make sure. And it is a bases-loaded walk for an RBI for Tellier, and a 1-0 Ball State lead. Trent Quartermain comes around to score. Cards now get Noah Navarro to the plate, and you're getting to a scary situation here with the meat of this lineup coming up. Some big boppers in here. Bases still loaded, 1 out. Fastball away. Navarro, a .333 batter entering this series this weekend. 1-0. Missed, 2-0. Now we'll get a mound conference. Navarro yesterday, even though he only reached base once, or he only had 1 hit, he was on base all day, had 3 runs scored. His 26 runs scored in the top 10 of the league coming into today. Conference is over. Bowling Green shortstop Ryan Johnston joining the conversation with catcher Kyle Gurney and pitcher Rigo Ramos. 1-0 Ball State, a bases loaded walk. Still loaded with 1 out here. Navarro ahead in the count, 2-0 back in the box. Ramos dealing. That one's chopped foul down the left field line. Falcons have only played 5 home games this season, and not any of them have gone very well. Kent State came in and took 4 earlier this month. There's a line drive to center. Kraus misjudged it. Now coming on, dives and makes the catch. The runner will tag and score. It's 2-0 Ball State. That ball froze Kraus for just a second, so he had to dive as he came forward, but he pulls it in. So a run does score to make it 2-0, but it is a big second out. And now with runners at second and third, Ross Messina will bat. Simpson scored on that ball. Messina flew out to the wall in center field in the first inning. Kraus made a great play on that one as well. Arguably better than the play he just made. Here's the first pitch. Strike called. 2-0 Ball State. An infield hit, another hit, a sacrifice with a throwing error, a walk and a sac fly, accounting for the 2 runs. 1-0 pitch bounces in there, fielded on the short hop by Gurney. Ramos trying to limit the damage here. He has certainly been the opposite of pitch efficient in this one thus far. He's like a 65 Camaro or something. Not very efficient. 1-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Were they even making Camaros in 65? I don't think they were. Just picture a big old 60s, 70s gas guzzler for efficiency. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramos working out of the stretch. Would love to get a strikeout here. Here it comes. Inside, bends Messina out of the way at the waist. 2-2. Beautiful day for baseball here at Gary Haas Stadium. Slight breeze, about 60 degrees. I know most places would say, well, that's nice normal weather, right? Around here, we don't take that for granted. 2-2 pitch. He spoils that one. For instance, yesterday, I guess strictly speaking, it was only about 5 or 6 degrees cooler, but it felt a lot colder. Ramos trying to get out of this seemingly interminable second inning with only 2 runs to this point. First and second with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch, and Messina started to but held up. You got the pitch count, big game?
Next pitch is 49.
This will be the 49th pitch for Ross Messina, or for Rigo Ramos to Ross Messina. And it's a full count, so the runners will be off from first and second. There they go, and there's ball 4. For Ramos, that's his 3rd walk. He's also hit a batter. He's allowed a couple of hits in 1 2/3 innings thus far, and he will get a mound visit now from Coach Halleck. As I said, Bowling Green has had very tough luck at home this year. First of all, they haven't been at home hardly ever. They hosted Kent State the first weekend of April. They lost all 4 games by giving up double digits in all 4. 14-1, 10-6, 13-4, then 10-5. And then yesterday they lost to Ball State here 12-0. So home cooking has not exactly been as good as it normally would be for BG. So the bases are loaded again. Here's Nicholas Powell, the cleanup man, the left fielder. Powell, 308 hitter coming into the series, was 1 for 4 yesterday. Here's the first pitch to him. Popped up right near the plate. Gurney, foul ground, makes the play. So again, that could have been much, much worse of an inning. It lasted a while. 8 men came to the plate. 3 were left. 2 scored. On only 2 hits, there was an error. We go to the bottom of the second. Bowling Green trailing Ball State 2-0. Yeah, there's only 1 earned because there would have been 3 outs before the second run scored. Yep.
So the first round, though, so there's runners on first and second. And if
Well, you know what? Both runs are unearned.
it's unearned?
Both runs are unearned.
So it's runners at first and second, no runs, but it's an error. So the guy should have been,
Yeah.
should have been a runner at first, and the only reason the runner didn't make it was the walk, right?
Yeah, if he
was
throws,
out, the ref wouldn't have stepped in on the walk.
Yeah.
It would have been a bases loaded.
if he threw Sebbi out, that would have been out 1. Fitzpatrick struck out, that would have been 2. Tillier walked, and then a fly out. Yeah.
I didn't have anything.
That's correct. You're on it, big gamer. Home second inning on tap here at Steller Field at Gary Haas Stadium. Glad to have you tuning in today. Wish you could be here, but there are some folks here. For that, we're grateful. And we have MAC baseball today. Bowling Green trailing 2-0 as they come to bat for the second time against Ball State right-hander Chase McDermott. This is Jack Krause leading off the second inning. Squares to bunt, takes a strike. Krause made a great play up against the center field fence in the first inning, made a good diving catch coming in the second inning. That's a big reason it's only 2-0 Ball State. There's a strike called. Maybe a bit of a generous outside corner from Jacob Botek there behind the plate. Now down 0-2. Kraus stands back in to face McDermott. Long pause. Now he brings it. It's not that generous an outside corner. 1-2. Chase Sebbi has to restrap a shin guard there. He's back squatted behind the plate. 1-2 pitch coming. Lifted the other way to left by Kraus. A little bit of carry, but Powell, with plenty of room, makes the grab. That'll bring out Anthony Toma. Toma, sophomore, right-hand batter. Hails from West Bloomfield, Michigan. Went to Country Day High School. Yesterday had one of Bowling Green's 2 hits. There's a sweeping breaking ball for a strike. Falcons have 1 hit today. That was an infield hit by Gurney in the first. 2-0 Ball State. We're in the second. Leadoff man's been retired. McDermott missed outside with a fastball. One pitch to the BGDH. That one's wide and off the mitt of catcher Chase Sebbi. Back to the backstop. Two-one pitch to Toma. Swings through it. Here's the break-even pitch, swing and a miss. And we've seen a little bit of that already from McDermott. He's just bringing it and challenging BG hitters, and thus far, they have not been up to that challenge. That is 4 strikeouts and 6 batters. So Jared Johnson will step in. Johnson can put a charge in one at any time. He's got a long ball power. Yesterday, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Breaking ball stayed away. Johnson, however, is a bit of a all-or-nothing proposition with 44 strikeouts in the year. Check that 45 after yesterday. Left-hand batter, 1-0 to him. Hit high in the air, twisting foul left side, near the line. Actually stays fair and hauled in by the left fielder Powell amongst a triumvirate of black-shirted Cardinals. So a 1-2-3 inning for Chase McDermott. We go to the third. Ball State 2, Bowling Green nothing. Game 1 of this doubleheader here at Steller Field. Bowling Green trailing Ball State 2-0. BG left-hander Rigo Ramos out for his 3rd inning of work. Last inning, he really had to labor, although both runs were unearned because of a throwing error. He still created a lot of the issue himself. There's a strike called. He walked 2 batters, allowed a couple of hits. Ramos already over 50 pitches as he begins the third inning, facing Ryan Peltier. Here's a chopper to short, backing up, fielding Ryan Johnston. Guns across, out number one. Ryan Johnston made it look routine. And here's Trenton Quartermain. Big 6'3" junior. Hit a couple of bombs yesterday. The breeze we have today is blowing out to center field. We haven't seen it be too big a factor yet, but of course that could change at any time. Here's a square to bunt, pulling back. Quartermain's ahead in the count. 1-0 pitch. Pulled foul. Falcons outfitted today in those glorious orange jerseys with the brown trim. Those are big time, aren't they, James? You like those orange? I like the throwbacks, too. Here's the 1-1. Missed the corner. 2-1. Falcons wearing the brown lids, white pants. Ramos with the 2-1. Missed 3-1. Lefty-lefty matchup here with one out in the third. Ball State leading 2-0. There's a drive to right. Over toward the line, diving and short hopping it. No, he caught it. That is Andy Gayton. Good grab out there. I thought he had short hopped it, but umpire John Sapphire holds up the right hand. So Andy Gayton with a fine play in right field for out number 2. Well, the Falcons had a key throwing error that led to 2 unearned runs, but that's already 4 fine defensive plays otherwise. There's a chopper left side. Third baseman, that could be another error, and it is. And then he throws it away. Nathan Rose confounded his original error with a throwing error. He's lucky he doesn't get 2 errors on a play. Technically, it's just 1 error, but you could give him 2 because the original juggle led to the man making first. If he doesn't throw it, he would have been at second. We're gonna do a little home cooking on this. Give him 1 error. So a 2-out error opens the door for Ball State. And teams that are 17-4 in league play, when you open the door, they usually go ahead and walk on in. So we'll see. Sebbi had that sacrifice that led to the throwing error by Rose that took an out off the board and allowed Ball State to score 2 in the second inning. Ramos working. Check swing. Ball 1. Chase Sebbi, the catcher. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Looking to drive home a run with 2 outs. That one's up and in. 2-0 Ball State. We're here in the third. Long look in by Ramos. Now he's ready from the stretch. 2-0 pitch lifted to left. Could be trouble. Johnson back, and it's out of here. That one didn't get out by much, but just enough for Chase Sebbi. He sends one out of the yard, his second long ball of the year, and Ball State takes advantage of the 2-out error, followed by a 2-run homer. 4-0 Cardinals. So here's Cade Fitzpatrick. Swing and a miss. So the Cardinals have scored 4 against Rigo Ramos, all 4 unearned. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Fitzpatrick struck out in the second inning. Up again here in the third with the bases clean and 2 outs. He stays alive by knocking that one back to the screen. Yesterday's game was a run rule 7-inning win for Ball State, so BG's bullpen still fairly fresh despite the 12-run outburst yesterday by the Cardinals. Williman and Stopp mopped it up after Abrahamowicz struggled. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout of Fitzpatrick gets Ramos out of the inning without any further damage. But a 2-out error followed by a home run gets Ball State on the board twice in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Ball State 4, Bowling Green nothing. Bowling Green coming to bat in the home third. They trail 4-0 to the Ball State Cardinals. A 2-run home run by catcher Chase Sebbi. Last inning, doubled the Cards' lead.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Falcons, the number 8 hitter, the right fielder,
Andy Gayton, Ryan Johnston, Dylan DeHanas, hopefully many more in orange and brown set to step to the dish in inning number 3 against right-hander Chase McDermott of Ball State. Gayton takes one outside. Gayton comes to the Falcons as a grad transfer from Chicago State. Lifts one to center field. Going back on it is Simpson. Way back, way on back, and he dropped it on the warning track. Gayton wants a triple, and he's going to get it. Nice job, Andy Gayton. Soon as he left the box, he was thinking 3 bags, and he got him. Tell you what, a great long run by Simpson, but he just couldn't negotiate the catch. So it's a triple for Gayton. And Ryan Johnston will step in, trying to get the Falcons on the board. It's just the 4th triple of the year as a team for Bowling Green. Gayton owns 2 of them now. So here's Ryan Johnston, the shortstop. Takes a strike. Ryan, a junior out of Oakville, Ontario. Takes strike 2. Those are 2 really good pitches by McDermott to start this at bat. Ryan Johnston 0 for 2 with a strikeout yesterday. Man at third with leadoff triple, 0-2 to Johnston. Swing and a miss. Now you sense McDermott reached back for a little extra there, needed a strikeout, got it. Back to the top of the lineup for BG, Dylan DeHanas. DeHanas an RBI chance here. Left-hand batter, right-hand pitcher. Lifts it to right. That should at least get the run in, maybe more. It's over in the gap, and it's gone! Dylan DeHanas, his first career jack. And Bowling Green is back in this one. It's 4-2 Ball State.
The first home run of the season and his career for Dylan.
Well, the left-hand batting DeHanas on the day he receives his Bowling Green diploma turns on a pitch from McDermott and rides it over the fence for his first career bomb. How about that? BG dugout's fired up about it, so's DeHanas.
The third baseman, Nathan Rose.
So some life from the Bowling Green offense for the first time in this series. And scoring to bunt and taking one of the dirt is Nathan Rose. And boy, you know Nathan Rose wants a little bit of redemption. He's got 2 errors today that have led to all 4 unearned runs. Missed there. 2-0. Or 1-0, sorry. There's one inside. 3 balls and a strike, I think. Yeah. Now they're going to get a mound visit here. Did I just hear Dylan never hit a home run in high school either?
That's what he said before the game. Ryan Shea actually asked him before the game.
Ryan Shea asked him before the game, when are you going to hit a home run? And DeHanos probably said, never. I never hit one in high school either. So now he's got one here on the day he gets his diploma from BGSU. He hit one out in batting practice. Everybody's like, man, look at this guy. He's got power. He could go deep in the game. That's a good story and a feel-good story, and maybe that'll wake up this Bowling Green moribund offense. They were blanked yesterday. They were really being mowed down by McDermott coming into this 3rd inning, and then a triple by Gayton that was off the glove of the center fielder on the track in dead center, and a home run by DeHanas. Here's Rose with a 3-0 count. Strike called. Still Ball State leading 4-2. Here's a 3-1. Strike 2. So Rose, hoping for the walk, now will have to battle it with a full count. McDermott, after the mound session, throws 3 straight strikes. Oh, ball 4. I would say Rose is pretty fortunate to be at first base there. That'll bring up Kyle Gurney. First walk by McDermott. He has struck out 5. Gurney with an infield hit to the shortstop, third baseman behind third, his first time up, checks and takes ball 1. 4-2 Ball State, but Bowling Green with an uprising here in the 3rd. There's another ball. And you get the feeling that Ball State's thinking their guy's getting squeezed a little bit here by home plate umpire Jacob Botek. 2 balls and nothing to the Bowling Green catcher. Man on first and 1 out. Uh-oh, there's a roller to short. Slowly hit, though. They turn it at second, over to first. What a scoop at first by Quartermain, and they get the double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Chase McDermott. The Falcons get a 2-run homer from Dylan DeHanas, the first of his career. And we go to the 4th. It's Ball State 4 and Bowling Green 2.
For the Falcons, in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no cardinal errors, no one left on base.
We're on to the fourth inning in this opener of a doubleheader at Steller Field at Gary Haas Stadium in Bowling Green. Ball State 4, Bowling Green 2. Defensive change for the Falcons as Mason Montgomery now will be playing third base, replacing Nathan Rose. Montgomery, a sophomore from Vermilion, Ohio. Cards will send up the top of the order to face Rigo Ramos in the fourth. Adam Tellier, Noah Navarro, Ross Messina, the top three. Ramos bringing it, missing outside. Tellier, a line out to right, a walk for an RBI. That's his ledger thus far. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Ball State. 2, 3, and 2 for BG. Here's a bunt. Right back to the pitcher, though, and he muffed it. E1, Falcons' third error of the day. On balance this year, Bowling Green has been pretty good in that department. They were third in the league in fielding percentage coming into today, but that's their third error of this contest. And that one makes Tellier a leadoff base runner. So here's Noah Navarro. Navarro, a walk and a fly out for an RBI. Actually more of a line drive to center. There's a strike called. That ball that Navarro hit was caught on a dive coming in toward the diamond by center fielder Jack Krause. Ramos comes set. Nice lead over there by Tellier at first base. Ramos checks him, now flips it over there, and tag slapped down by Haas, but diving in time was Tellier. 4-2 Cards as we play here in the fourth. There's another flip to first. No damage. Tellier 10 of 11 on the season stealing bases. There is a pop-up now drifting deeper into center field. That one's way up in the air. Finally hauled in short of the track. Tagging and making it to second is Tellier as it was hauled in by Krause. That ball had some carry to it. He said the breeze, what there is blowing out to center field, and that one continued to carry off the bat of Navarro, allowing Tellier to easily move into second.
The right fielder, Ross Messina.
So Messina will step in with an RBI chance. He was robbed at the track at the wall by Krause in the first inning and walked in the second. He's batting here in the fourth with a man on second and 1 out. Ball State leading 4-2. Ramos with a couple of checks, deals a excuse me check swing foul out of play. Messina hails from Kansas City, Mo. Went to Seminole State College. 6'1" senior. They throw to second, and Ramos nearly threw it away, but Johnston able to haul it in as Tellier dives back in safely. Ramos has been working with traffic constantly in this game. 0-1 pitch, missed down. Cards left 2 men on in the first without scoring. Scored twice in the second, left 3 on. And in the third, a 2-out error was followed by a homer. The leadoff man reached here in the fourth on Ramos's error on a bunt. He's at second now with 1 out. 1-1 pitch. Strike called. 1-2. That is a key pitch right there. You don't get that call, you're down 2-1. This turns the tables in Ramos' favor. See if he can take advantage. Powell in the on-deck circle for the Cards, who are tied for first with Central Michigan coming into this game, each 17-4 in MAC play. 1-2 pitch from Rigo Ramos. Came inside and bounced it past the catcher, and that'll advance the runner to third. And that is the very definition of a wild pitch. Nearly hit the batter, eluded the catcher, And the runner advances. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Messina. Wasn't sure if that had hit the batter initially, but home plate umpire Jacob Botek said it did not. So Ramos, 2-2 pitch here. Really need a strikeout. Infield in with 1 out. Foul ball. Just did get a piece of it, did Ross Messina. Where's Ramos on his pitch count now, big game? 75 pitches already for Rigo. We're in the 4th inning. That 2nd inning, and actually even the first one they didn't score. He threw a ton of pitches. Looking for a strike here with a man at 3rd and 1 out. Infield again is drawn in. 2-2. Rip to left. Could be. Going back and gone. Jared Johnson watches it sail out of here on a line. Well, Ross Messina sent that out of here on a string. A laser over the left field wall, and Ball State with their 2nd 2-run Johnson of the game, and it's 6-2 Cards. Messina turned on that one and just stroked it. His 5th home run of the season. That leads the team. Breaks his tie with Quartermain, who hit 2 yesterday to catch him at 4. Well, that's the first earned run that Ramos has given up today, the home run. There's a hard hit ball to second. DeHanas makes the play easily for out number 2, retiring Powell. And Peltier will bat with 2 outs. 6-2 Ball State. Peltier hit a towering pop-up behind the plate that Gurney made a nice play on in the breeze to end the 1st inning. Then he grounded to short to lead off the 3rd. He's batting now in the 4th. 2 outs and nobody on. That ball bounced inside and caught the foot or the shin of Peltier. He'll, as we say, walk it off as he heads to first, walking fairly gingerly. The ball bounced in before it hit him, so hopefully took a little steam off it, but still limps a bit going down to first base. He wants to take a moment to maybe stretch that leg and work it a little bit. Not sure if it caught him on the back of the leg or on the front. Take a shot on that calf muscle can certainly spasm up on you, and maybe that's what he's trying to work out here. Trainer's going to come across and give him a look. Falcons with action in the bullpen. Last inning, BG got a 2-run homer from Dylan DeHanas that answered a Chase Sebbi homer, but Ball State has in turn answered with another 2-run homer, this one from Messina. So it's 6-2 Cards. Rigo Ramos has now walked 3 and hit 2, plus the 4 base hits and 3 errors by the Falcons. Here's a rip foul past first, a line drive. This is Trent Quartermain at the bat, by the way, 1 for 2. He was retired on a nice diving play in right field by Gayton his last time up. 0-1 pitch. Bounced in there, delay steal. Here's the throw, and he is going to be out. Yes. Now Peltier tried to play it off the bounce, but Kyle Gurney guns him down, and that'll end the 4th. However, the Cards score 2 on a home run by Ross Messina. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2. getting there. Hopefully we'll have a season. I think we will.
You do that in the summer?
Yeah.
You still do that?
Yeah, I do the PA for him. Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
Since '93. I did it when I was in college. It's in my senior year of college. Here comes Bowling Green for their fourth go-round. They trail again by 4 runs, 6-2. Good to have you with us. My name's Todd Walker. We're here at Steller Field at Gary Haas Stadium. MAC baseball today. Falcons trailing by 4 again. There's a ball bounced in there. BG got within 4-2 on a 2-run homer by Dylan DeHanas last inning, but the Cards answered with Ross Messina's 2-run homer in the top of the 4th to bump it back to 6-2, a 4-run lead. Tyler Haas takes a pitch outside. Haas, a strikeout victim to end the first. One of 5 strikeouts recorded by Chase McDermott through 3 innings. There's a pop-up foul right side drifting. Looks like it may be right in play, but nobody can get to it. Well, it was inside the field of play, but first baseman Quartermain, right fielder Messina, neither one, or I should say second baseman Navarro, but he could get to it. So Haas will come back to the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Haas trying to start something here in the 4th. 2-1 pitch. Ball up. 2-3-1. 3-1 pitch. Right through there. Full count. Tyler, 2 doubles and a home run among his 9 hits this year. Full count pitch. Ball 4. Good eye there by Tyler Haas. Second walk in the last 3 batters for McDermott. The last 6 batters for BG. Triple, strikeout, homer, walk, double play, walk. So maybe they're starting to get the measure of McDermott a little bit. Here's Jack Krause, left-hand batter. First pitch, up and away. 6-2 Ball State. We're in the bottom of the 4th in this 7-inning opener of a doubleheader. Man on first, nobody out. 1-0 pitch. Evens the count at a ball, a strike. Krause certainly has good bloodlines. His dad played at Michigan State and was drafted by the Oakland A's. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball and a good one. 1-2. Krause has made 2 outstanding defensive plays in this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That one's in the dirt. Breaking for second. Haas, he could be in trouble. Backhand tag, and he's out. 2-6. Nice job by Chase Sebbi, the catcher, to throw out Tyler Haas. And the leadoff man is retired, trying to break for second on that ball in the dirt. Well played by Sebbi, kept it in front, and then they got a fortunate roll right to where he could get to it quickly. And ball 3 just missed to run the count full. 6-2 Ball State. Foul tip into the mitt for strike 3 and out 2. McDermott with his 6th strikeout. So here's Anthony Toma. Toma struck out his only time up. Breaking ball strike. McDermott coming into this game for Ball State, a 6-1 record with a 287 earned run average. There's a swing and a miss. So you got to figure if he's on his game at all, you're not going to get a lot of scoring chances. And Haas thrown out on the bases there, sort of short-circuited this inning before the Falcons could try and build on that leadoff walk. 1-2 now to Toma. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, ball in the dirt. They appeal, and safe is the call by John Sapphire. 6 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Ball State. Cards have left 5. Falcons, 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. They've left 1 runner on base. Break-even pitch. See you later. Out shopping Anthony Toma. And that one right down the middle. 7 strikeouts for McDermott, who gets a leadoff walk erased on a caught stealing. And we go to the 5th. Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2.
Logan Bell on the mound, number 29.
For the Falcons in the bottom of the 4th, no runs on, no hits. There were no cardinal errors, no one left on base. Your attention, please. Now on the mound for the Falcons, a sophomore from Lisbon, Ohio, number 29, Logan Bell.
Ball State coming up in the 5th inning. They'll face a new pitcher for Bowling Green. This is Logan Bell, a 6-foot sophomore from Lisbon, Ohio. Started his collegiate career at the University of Akron. Logan has had a bit of a rough go of it this season with a 736 earned run average in his previous 6 appearances. In 11 innings, he's allowed 14 hits and 10 runs. He's walked 6 and struck out 5. Opponents are hitting .326 against him. Ball State yesterday had 13 hits, 2 home runs by Quartermain. Today they have only 4 hits, and 2 of those are home runs. 1 by Messina, 1 by Sebbi, each 2-run jobs, accounting for 2/3 of their production on the board thus far. 6-4 Cards as they come to bat for a 5th time. This is Quartermain to lead it off, followed by Aaron Simpson and Chase Sebbi. Quartermain, infield single and a run scored, and then a fly out to right. Swing and a miss. Bell, a 6-foot right-hander. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball missed down. 1-1 pitch upstairs. This is the opener of a doubleheader here on this Saturday afternoon in Bowling Green. There's one up and in at the shoulder. 3 balls and a strike to the Ball State first baseman. That's fouled out of play. That makes it a full count. Payoff pitch. Again, fouled away opposite side to third base side. Bell worked last Saturday in Kalamazoo and threw a shutout inning, although he walked 2 in the inning. Time before that at Central, real strong outing, 4 1/3, allowed just 1 run. Ooh. Ball 4. Trenton Quartermain certainly sold it as he took ball 4. He immediately started to go to his routine to go to first. Everybody else thought maybe that was strike 3. Ultimately, though, the Quartermain is at first, and here's Aaron Simpson. He is 1 for 2, although he's reached twice and scored both times. Fouls one straight back. Simpson a single to left on the ground in the second. Then a little chopper to the left side of the mound that was misplayed by Rose in the 3rd inning. He then scored on the home run by Sebbi, who's on deck. A 1 pitch. Popped foul out of play right side. (6-2) is Ball State's lead as we play here in the top of the 5th inning. Bell ahead 0-2 from the stretch. Taking a time, now throws to first. Falcons entering play today 9-12 in the Mid-American Conference. Ball State at 17-4. Tied for first with Central Michigan. Another 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Strike 3 called, and Simpson is out shopping. So Logan Bell gets the strikeout, and Chase Sebbi will come up now. Sebbi, quite the dichotomous at-bats. First time up, bunting for a sacrifice. Second time up, swinging for the fences, he homers. Up now for a 3rd time with 1 out and a man on first. Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2. Logan Bell delivers. There's that breaking ball again. Strike called. Sebbi, a 5'10" senior. Huntington Beach, California native. 0-1 pitch coming to him. Nope, throw to first instead. Final line on Rigo Ramos, by the way, 4 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, only 1 earned. He walked 3, he hit 2, he struck out 1, a wild pitch, and allowed 2 home runs. Pop up right side, shallow right field. Second baseman shading his eyes and making a tough catch, Dylan DeHanos. Well done for out number 2. That's another nice defensive play for BG. We've had several of them in the midst of the other side of the ledger. They've made 3 errors. We have a pinch hitter. Decker Scheffler will pinch hit for Cade Fitzpatrick. Cade Fitzpatrick had a tough day against Ramos, striking out both times. So Scheffler, the left-hand batter, comes in, hits it past the mound, slowly squibbed. That's a weird-looking hit. That ball had a ton of spin on it, and it handcuffed Johnston as he came across second base to try and make the play. Scoring that a hit, right? Yeah. That thing was spinning like a proverbial top as it went past the mound and skidded around. So 2 on, 2 out, back to the top of the lineup for Adam Tellier. Lifted to left center, moving toward the gap. Jared Johnson, the left fielder, has it measured, and the wind kept carrying it, but he gets to it for out number 3. So the Cardinals get a leadoff walk and a 2-out hit, but do not score here in the 5th inning. Bowling Green coming to bat in the bottom of 5th. Ball State leads it 6-2.
Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, both games of this afternoon's doubleheader are scheduled for 7 innings. The Cardinals and Falcons meet again tomorrow in the concluding game of this 4-game series. First pitch scheduled for 1:05 p.m.
Chase McDermott finishing his warm-up pitches for his 5th inning of work. The Ball State right-hander has a 6-2 lead as he comes out to face the bottom of the Bowling Green lineup here in frame number 5. Jared Johnson, Andy Gayton, and Ryan Johnston for the Orange and Brown, hopefully many more.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Falcons, the 7th hitter, the left fielder, Jared Johnson.
Here's Johnson, the former Chanticleer. Takes a strike. Johnson, one of 6 Falcons to get his degree today in a ceremony before the game. He's got a lot of power if he can get a hold of one. Hits that hard to first. Well played by Quartermain behind the bag, and he beats Johnson to first for the out. Tell you what, hard to find anything this Ball State team hasn't done well today. When they've bunted, they've been very good bunts. Their defense has been solid. They've shown some power. They've been opportunistic, and McDermott has been strong on the mound. Here's Gayton. He had a triple and scored. Here he bunts one, just barely got the bat on it, and it stayed foul there. That thing looked like it was going to maybe hit him in the shin as somebody got his bat down there and nearly got a bunt hit out of it, but it rolled foul. Gayton, the right fielder, with that triple, and then rode home on the homer by DeHanas. Gayton also now a BGSU graduate. 0-1 pitch, away, 1-1. Another one in the dirt, 2-1. Gayton is one of those guys can play all 3 outfield positions if needed in right field today. Ahead 2-1 here. That one's hit the other way on the ground to short, charging and gloving. Tellier throws across to get Gayton, who was hustling down the line. 2 down. So Ryan Johnston comes to the dish with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to Johnston is outside. Ryan struck out in the 3rd inning. One of 7 strikeouts for Chase McDermott. There's one down. 2-0. 2-0 to Johnston. Fouled back to the screen. Ryan Johnston now really his 3rd year as a starter for this program at shortstop. 2-1 pitch Upstairs, 3-1. 2019, he made 32 starts. Has struggled to hit, though, his whole career. Hit 162 in 2019. Last year was just 6 of 31 at the plate. And here he pops one up right side. Quartermain camped under it behind first in fair territory for out number 3. So for the second time in 5 innings, the Falcons go in order against Chase McDermott. We go to the 6th inning now. Ball State leading here in Bowling Green, 6-2. Sixth inning on tap here at Steller Field at Gary Haas Stadium. Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2. Cardinals are up, still facing Logan Bell for his second inning of relief work. This is Noah Navarro taking one inside, pops off the top of the glove of Kyle Gurney. Ball 1. 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Ball State. 2, 3, and 3 for the Falcons. There's a ball that catches the inside corner. This is the opener of a twin bill, both games scheduled for 7 innings. 1-1 pitch. That one inside, late break, but not enough to catch the strike zone. 2-1. Navarro, a walk and 2 flyouts to center. The first one scored a run. Swings and misses on one inside. So Bell work it inside here to Navarro with a 2-2 count. Break-even pitch. Upstairs, above the hands, will run the count full. Payoff pitch from Bell to Navarro. Ball 4, just missed. Second walk for Bell. He also issued a leadoff pass last inning, but was able to work out of that trouble. But now he's facing the middle of the lineup. Number 3 hole hitter Ross Messina now batting. Not to worry, Messina just homered his last time up. 6-2 Cards with the advantage on the scoreboard. A runner going, hit and run, fly ball high right center coming in. Gayton, the right fielder, makes the play. Back to first is Navarro. So big first out. Cleanup man Nicholas Powell now will step in. Navarro at first with 1 out. There's a throw to first by Bell, and diving back in is Navarro. Bell, another throw to first. Falcons trail 6-2. here in the top of the 6th in this 7-inning game. There's a pitch high. Powell hit by a pitch, a pop foul, and a grounder to second on the day. 1-0 pitch. Bounces in, backhanded. Gurney, great throw to second, and out from here to there is Noah Navarro. Thanks for playing, Noah Navarro. Boy, Gurney backhanded that ball in the dirt and threw a seed down to second, and it was not close. Both catchers today have had that happen a couple of times here. 2 balls and nothing, I think, is the count now. Now it's 3-0. So the caught stealing gets 2 out, the second out in the inning. The 3-0 pitch, caught the corner. Powell hitting .302 on the campaign. Three balls, 1 strike to the Cardinal left fielder. And he walks. So Logan Bell has walked 3 men of the 8 he has faced. Peltier will bat with 2 outs and a man on. He is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. He's hitting .281 for the season. Right-hand batter takes a strike. Peltier, a product of a very good high school program in Dayton, Ohio, Chaminade Julienne. There's a rip up the middle, a base hit, line drive, struck well. A runner makes the big turn at second and comes back just ahead of the throw. So first and second with 2 outs, and Trenton Quartermain will bat.
The first baseman, Trenton Quartermain.
Quartermain, a 2-out hitter with the pair of runners on. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Actually 1 for 2 over run scored. He had a walk as well. 6-2 Cards here in the top of the 6th. Logan Bell trying to hold him off the board. Comes inside and misses at the waist. Quartermain, .311 batting average, 4 home runs on the season, 2 of them yesterday here at the Stell. He leaves the yard here. That'd pretty well break it open. It's 6-2 already in favor of the Cardinals. Logan Bell trying to hold it right here. The 1-0 pitch. Strike call in the outside corner. One count to Trent Quartermain. First and second, 2 outs. That one bounces and off to the left, and a wild pitch will advance the runners. Now, Gurney did as best he could. He knocked it down, but it squibbed away off to the left. Easily far enough for the runners to advance. So Powell at third, Quartermain at second with 2 outs. So Bell has worked an inning and 2/3. He has walked 3 and thrown a wild pitch and given up 2 hits, and yet has not given up a run. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Simpson, the next batter. I'm not so sure you just sort of intentionally give Quartermain first base here and take your chances with the right-hand batting Simpson. Let's see what Logan Bell does. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fouled out of play, so it'll go full. Game number 2, of course, to follow. Falcons will pitch Peyton Wilson in game number 2, the freshman out of New London, Ohio, his second career start coming up. Payoff pitch to Quartermain. Hit to center. Deep. Kraus going back, appears to have it measured, and makes the catch on the warning track. That ball had some carry, but Jack Kraus really flashing the leather in center field today. So Logan Bell wiggles out of trouble again in the 6th inning. He has worked 2 shutout innings to keep the Falcons close. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2.
What's that? Tyler Hayes, he's had Tommy John surgery within the last week or two.
Bottom of the 6th here at Steller Field, Bowling Green coming to bat, trailing 6-2. My name's Todd Walker. Good to have you with us this afternoon on a bright, sunshiny day in Bowling Green. Falcons trailing by 4. Check swing and ball 1 to Mr. Long Ball, Dylan DeHanas. Left the yard in the 3rd, his first career home run. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. DeHanas flexing his muscles as he sent one out of here over the 375 sign into the trees. Strike called. It's a 7-inning game, both games of the doubleheader here on Saturday, scheduled for 7. So here's a hit the other way through the hole for a base hit. Dylan DeHanas, a 2-hit day for the Falcons in the leadoff spot. DeHanas now the 6-game hitting streak. Just the 3rd time this year he's had more than 1 hit in a game. Of course, in these 7-inning games, it's kind of like Yogi said, it gets late early. Falcons looking to make some of this 4-run deficit up here in the 6th. Strike taken by Mason Montgomery. He replaced Nathan Rose at third base a couple innings ago. Mason hails from Vermillion in north central Ohio, just down the road. 0-1 pitch. Check swing on one of the dirt. What is it, the Vermillion Sailors? I think that's their nickname. I'm going to have to look that up now. (6-2) Ball stayed with the lead. There's a quick throw to first. Diving back in is DeHanas. Dylan, not a real threat to steal. He's just 1 out of 4 on the season in that category. 1-1 pitch. Inside and in the dirt, knocked down and fielded well by Sebbi, the catcher, so no advance by DeHanas. Dylan's hit the 4th of the day for Bowling Green, doubling yesterday's output in that category. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeHanas at first after the leadoff single. McDermott strikes out Montgomery as he climbed the ladder there. Strikeout number 8 for the Ball State right-hander. So that makes Kyle Gurney a one-out batter. Vermillion is the Sailors, by the way. I'm usually right on those big game, most of the time. Here's a foul ball out of play to right. Sailors also pretty distinctive nicknames, not like Wildcats or Bulldogs, like the Norwalk Truckers. That's a classic. 0-1 to Gurney. Tossed to first, and DeHanis is back. Nobody knows what Otsiko's called. 6-2, Ball State with the lead. There's a ball inside. One ball, one strike to Gurney. DeHanis at first with one out. That one sweeps outside for McDermott. Bottom of the 6th in this 7-inning opener of a twin bill. So Bowling Green really incumbent upon them to dent the scoreboard here this inning to give them a chance perhaps in the 7th. 2-1 pitch. Check swing. Strike called. Nope. They appeal. I'm sorry. Ball 3. I thought he was ringing it up a called strike. Nope. 2-2. I was right the first time. The first base umpire thought he was appealing to him as well. He threw up the safe sign, but he called it a strike. 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. 3-2. Full count, maybe the hit and run on here. We'll see. Runner at first, one out. Runner not going. Gurney rips it to third. Backhanded, nice play. Peltier goes to second. They turn it over. Look at the stretch by Quartermain. Yes, sir, double play. Second time today, Quartermain has made a similar pickup at first to finish an inning-ending double play, and it was Gurney both times. This time it's 5-4-3 as the Cards go around the horn to retire the Falcons in the 6th. We go to the final scheduled inning of this twin bill opener. Ball State leading Bowling Green 6-2.
No one's coming here to play, so.
I mean, I know where Otsego is and stuff, and I have heard of it. I just don't know their nickname.
It's like the same boundary. I think they're probably.
Well, I think they're competitive amongst their peers, but like at a different regional state level, you don't see them. D4. Yeah, football is probably D6 or so. Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2 as we go to the 7th inning of this 7-inning scheduled game. Game 1 of a double dip here today. And the conference leading Cardinals trying to make it 2 in a row over Bowling Green after winning yesterday's 4-game series opener in a laugher 12-0. Aaron Simpson leads it off against BG right-hander Logan Bell, who misses away. Bell has pitched 2 innings. He's given up 2 hits. He has walked 3, and yet somehow is not allowed to run. Here's a pop-up. Could stay in play behind the plate. Gurney battling the wind and the sun, and he couldn't corral this one. It's a real high sky today. It's just breezy enough, and of course it's bright and sunny, and that ball just twisted back on Gurney, and it fell harmlessly. He made a similar play back in the first inning on a ball he eventually had to sort of dive for and go to the ground. So Simpson will get another look. Ball and a strike now. Simpson singled and scored in the second, reached on an error in the third and scored, struck out looking in the fifth against Bell. Takes this one the other way and foul, and stayed in play but not playable in the BG bullpen. Good crowd on hand here at Gary Haas Stadium today. Looks like some folks over at the softball diamond too, right? Home today, yeah. Playing the hated Redhawks of Miami. 1-2 pitch. Missing. 2-2. Speaking of Miami, that BG Miami baseball series now will be made up as the sort of piecemeal that out. They'll play Miami here Tuesday, ball 3. Payoff pitch to the leadoff man of the 7th inning for Ball State, ball 4. So Logan Bell has now walked 4 men in 2+ innings. Ball State 6, Bowling Green 2. We are in the 7th. Sebbi, a 2-run homer on his ledger today. Also reached on an error and popped up. Falcons do have some action in their bullpen down there. Not sure who's working. Number 32. Let me look at that. Hold on. It is Gazarek, yeah. There's a bunt third base side, and it's going to squib foul. Ball State, 6 runs, 6 hits. And they have also been the beneficiary of 7 Bowling Green pitchers' walks. Also have had 2 men hit by pitch. Plus BG's made 3 errors. Bunt pulling back, though, taking a ball is Sebbi. A ball, a strike. Cards have left 9 on base. So you could see they've had plenty of action on the bases today. 1-1 pitch. Sebbi bunts it toward the pitcher, first base side. Gathering it in and tossing it underhand to first is Bell for the out. The sacrifice is accomplished. Simpson moves to second. Cards lead 6-2 here in the 7th. So this would be the very definition of an insurance run if they could push it across. Here's Decker Scheffler. Sandbomb, Minnesota, his hometown. Man on second and 1 out. Left-hand batter swings and fouls it back. Was referring to that Miami series for Bowling Green. Of course, that series a couple weekends ago was postponed. BG will now host Miami on Tuesday. And next weekend they host Eastern. Then they're at Toledo. Then they play a doubleheader with Miami Tuesday the 18th and a single game again Tuesday the 25th. High pop-up, shallow center. Here comes Kraus coming in, the center fielder. Loses his cap and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2-out batter is the leadoff man, Adam Tellier, for Ball State. Tellier 0 for 3 today has dropped his average to 328. Still obviously a fine season going for the shortstop. He has walked. That drove in a run. Takes ball 1. He reached on an error in the 4th and then scored on the homer by Messina. He's lined out to right and flied out to left. A 1-0 pitch, 2 out, a man on second. Misses 2-0. Tellier and Navarro in a battle for the team's leading batting average. Navarro has now overtaken Tellier over the last couple days, 336 to 328. 2-0 to the Cards shortstop. Now it's 3-0. First base is open here. We're in the 7th. Again, these are 7-inning games in these doubleheaders. So Cards is looking for an insurance run here, up 6-2. Strike called, makes it 3-1. Cardinals got 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. The latter pairs each coming on 2-run homers. 3-1 pitch. Check swing, ball 4. So first and second with 2 outs, and Noah Navarro, the scheduled batter, and the Falcons will have a mound confab. So again, the Bowling Green schedule after this weekend with Ball State. They host Miami Tuesday, 3:05. Next weekend, Eastern Michigan comes to town. The weekend after that, the Falcons go to Toledo. And remember, that Friday night game will be at Fifth Third Field, the home of the Mud Hens, on Friday, May 14th. Then Tuesday the 18th, a doubleheader with Miami at 1:05 here at Gary Haas Stadium. Then the Falcons have that weekend off, so they'll play Miami again Tuesday the 25th here before hosting Northern Illinois on the final weekend of May to wrap up the season. Now it's just catcher Gurney and pitcher Bell hanging out at the mound. And home plate umpire Jacob Botek exhorting them to break up the meeting and get back to their appointed positions. And a pitch to Noah Navarro. Navarro 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. He's also been caught stealing today. First and second, 2 outs here in the 7th. There's a slow roller to short. Johnston fields it, will go to first, and that ends the inning. So Logan Bell works out of trouble in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings to keep BG within slam distance. Final at bat for BG going to the bottom of the 7th. In this twin bill opener, Ball State leads it 6-2. Cardinals are going to win the opener of this doubleheader. Bottom of the 7th, 6-2 Ball State. Falcons will still be facing the starting pitcher, Chase McDermott. McDermott looking for his 2nd complete game of the year. Falcons have the middle of their lineup due up. Tyler Haas, Jack Krause, and Anthony Toma. Haas is 0 for 1 with a walk, and he takes ball 1. Haas playing first base today in place of Adam Furness here in the opener. 1-0. Strike called. Furness ran into the fence on a foul ball chase, I guess, yesterday, and we think he may play in the second game of the doubleheader. BG's leading hitter. There's ball 2 to Haas. Furness is hitting .371, so the Falcons certainly could use him in the middle of that lineup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. Falcons scored their 2 runs on a home run by Dylan DeHanas in the 3rd inning. In the other 5 innings, they have mustered only 2 hits combined. Ball 4. So McDermott issues his 3rd walk. Second time he's walked Haas. He also walked him leading off the 4th, but Tyler then was thrown out. He tried to take second on a ball that was in the dirt and paid the price as he was thrown out at second base. McDermott has also seen his defense turn 2 double plays, and I think Ball State's making a change. They will. So McDermott, trying to get his 2nd complete game of the year, walks the leadoff man of the 7th, so he'll be taken down. We'll check on the new pitcher in just a moment. Tyler Schweitzer. New pitcher on for Ball State is Tyler Schweitzer, a 6'1" freshman from Fishers, Indiana, the Indianapolis area, a left-hander. This is his 14th appearance, all in relief. He has a 1-0 record with a .509 earned run average. He has pitched 23 innings. He's allowed 17 hits, 14 runs, 13 of them earned. He has walked 18 in 23 innings, but he has also struck out 35. Opponents hitting just .205 against him. This is, I was just trying to think. I don't think it is, because the on-deck man would just be 3 runs. That's not, no, it's not a safe situation. If one more man had gotten on base, it would be. But for Schweitzer, nonetheless, a high-leverage situation, I guess you'd say, because his team's in a battle for first place in the conference. This is a game you, quote-unquote, should win. You're up 6-2 in the 9th. Your starting pitcher issues a leadoff walk, and they bring you in to face the left-hand batter, Jack Krause. So we'll see how Schweitzer does here. Final line on McDermott, 6+, 4 hits, 2 runs earned thus far. He has one more out there. That was his 3rd walk that ended his day. He struck out 8, allowed 1 home run. Here's Krause, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That ball bounces in there and knocked down. We're going to clarify the save situation here and see if this is for Schweitzer. 1-0, meanwhile. Inside corner strike with a fastball. Krause has really played a strong defensive game in center field today. One ball, 1 strike. Schweitzer dealing. Krause lifting it behind third base. Third baseman shading his eyes just on the grass. Peltier puts it away. And we have determined indeed it is not a save situation statistically, but Schweitzer, you would think, will get a chance to finish this game as he has gotten the first out. Anthony Toma steps in. Toma struck out in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. Takes a ball in. Right-hand batter against the lefty Schweitzer. (6-2) Ball State. We're in the seventh. There's a foul back. And again, the doubleheader format in the MAC this year here on Saturdays. These are 7-inning scheduled games. Yesterday's 12-0 win by Ball State was 7 innings via the run rule. These are scheduled ahead of time as 7-inning affairs. Ball State 2 outs away from their 18th win against 4 losses in the conference. There's a ball outside, 2-1. Toma trying to keep things going here in the seventh. A leadoff walk, but now 1 out. 6-2 Cards with the lead. Swing and a miss. Schweitzer coming right after him there. Toma hitting .259 now on the campaign. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and he swings and misses. So Toma 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today. Falcons are down to their final out in the person of Jared Johnson. Haas is at first base with 2 outs now, and they're not holding him on in this situation. Johnson, fly out and a ground out. A swing and a miss. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Schweitzer working ahead. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 2. So Ball State a strike away from wrapping up a win in the opener of this twin bill. 0-2 pitch from Schweitzer to Johnson. He fouls it away. Jared Johnson, a Garland, Texas native. Played at Coastal Carolina before coming here to Bowling Green. Swings and misses. The ball's in the dirt. The catcher will have to throw to first to complete the strikeout and the game, and he does so. And that is that. Final score, Ball State 6 and Bowling Green 2 here in the opener of this twin bill. Let's take a look at the totals in the game for Bowling Green, or for Ball State. 6 runs. They had 6 hits. They did not commit an error. Ball State left 11 men on base. For Bowling Green, 2 runs on 4 hits. They committed 3 errors, and the Falcons left 2 men on base. The winning pitcher is Chase McDermott. The Ball State right-hander went 6 innings. He improves to 7-1. Bowling Green starter Rigo Ramos went the first 4 innings, allowed 6 runs, although only 1 was earned. He takes the loss to drop to 1-5. The game took 2 hours and 7 minutes to play here on a sunshine-splashed Saturday afternoon at Steller Field. We will take a break. We'll come back with a nightcap of this doubleheader in just a little while. Again, the final score in Game 1, Ball State 6 and Bowling Green 2.